great to have you back. Okay, so this one is about Jared Scavuzzo of KMB law firm, as you will see, cannot answer a Canadian's question, which is, are you still the rightful owner of my debt? Now for the full report now, take a look at right here, and you can take a look at the full report. But for now, I think you're going to enjoy this. Take a look at it.
Hello from UnitedWeStandPeople.com, where our goal is to empower the people using knowledge. Keep in mind, knowledge is power, and the power is in the people. Here's another quick report from our public investigation team, where all participating investigators are people just like you. This report is part of an ongoing public investigation into how the banks are pulling the wool over many Canadian borrowers by collecting on debts the banks no longer own. The banks accomplish this by carefully indoctrinating their employees, collectors, and lawyers into a train of thought that misrepresents many of the facts pertaining to the Canadian bank loans. That's right, the banks are selling your debt and not telling you. This seems to be the bank's best kept secret. And we, the Canadian people, are about to blow the top off this serious injustice. Here is just another classic example on how law firms such as KMB, located in Ontario, Mississauga, Canada, are just running over the Canadians' legal and human rights, even though the Canadian public is 100% in the right. Wow.
Okay guys, so this is happening all the time.
Wow.
Okay, so now we're gonna go with Sarah here, a brave Canadian who's gonna be asking the one question none of your creditors want to hear is, are you still the rightful owner of my debt? So now we have these live recordings here. Let's go take a listen and see how Jared Scavuzzo, KMB law firm, cannot answer this question.
Wow.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. I'd like to speak to Sarah.
Speaking?
Ms. Thurbo?
Yes.
Ms. Thurbo, my name is Mr. Scavuzzo. I'm at the law office of KMB.
I've been asking for proof of ownership of the debt for, oh gosh, I think it's been over a year now. And
Ownership.
yes, proof of ownership.
Okay. Ownership, how so? Like, I don't understand the statement. It's your credit card. You signed it. You used it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes.
So the card was in your name, so that
Mm-hmm.
would mean the ownership of the card would be you. So I'm trying to understand.
Oh, well, okay. Let me just back it up. So, are you aware that debts are bought and sold every day?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, because of this, I wanted to audit my debt and find out if Canadian Tire actually owned the debt or sold it to somebody else. And if they sold it to somebody else, I wanted to know who that person or company or was. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
And they refused to answer any of those questions, and they threw me into collections instead.
They would have, before they sold that, they would have supplied you all your information.
It actually states in the cardholder agreement that they are allowed to sell my debt without notifying me.
Right, but that would have, the only way that would have happened is you would have had to already have been in delinquency thereof.
Wow, great job, Sarah. Now, she asked the question, are you aware that debts are bought and sold? And Jared absolutely said yes. But what he added on was very inaccurate information, saying that if they would have sold the debt, they would have informed Sarah. Now, Sarah comes back with a priceless comeback. is that she found in the contract that she signed where it says that they can sell the debt without informing the Canadian borrower. Now, once she said that, you can see on how Jared was absolutely taken back and started stuttering. Okay guys, so we did some investigation, which shouldn't be surprising. We're investigative reporters, to find out exactly how inaccurate the information Jared was spewing out to Sarah. So here, take a look at this little clip we made for you. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Jared Scavuzzo of KMB Law Firm just starts spewing out some very inaccurate statements, such as Canadian Tire would have informed Sarah if the debt was sold. But Sarah is quick to bring up the fact within the cardholder agreement, it states very clearly, Canadian Tire can sell the debt without notifying the Canadian borrower at any time. Well, to verify this fact, we found the Canadian Tire credit card cardholder agreement. And here is proof Jared Scavuzzo of KMB Law Firm is wrong. Now here is the agreement, and it states clearly in the cardholder agreement under the heading Assignment of this agreement, and I quote, "We may assign any one or more of your accounts and all of our rights under this agreement related to each assigned account to any other entity or person without your consent." Just to be clear, the word assignment is another word for transfer of property. So in other words, it states clearly Canadian Tire can sell the debt without informing the Canadian.
Okay guys, so that clip made it pretty obvious that the information Jared is spewing out is pretty inaccurate. It says right on the contract that they can sell the debt without informing the Canadian borrower. Now, he also says inaccurate information, such as, oh, well, the only way that could have happened is if the debt was delinquent. Now, no, that's not how it works. They could have sold the debt 4 days after Sarah signed the contract. So what Jared's trying to say is that the only time debts are bought or sold is when they go delinquent, and that is absolutely inaccurate information. But here, we put something together here for you to take a look at.
More inaccurate information, such as the only time a bank can sell a debt is if the Canadian borrower can no longer make monthly payments. This is simply not true. Banks sell debt in good standing within days after the debt contract was signed via a process called securitization. Here are many links verifying that the bank sells debt as a common business practice on a daily basis. So far, Jared Scavuzzo of KMB Law Firm has been misleading the Canadian public by grossly misrepresenting the facts.
What we need to do now is we need to hold the lenders and the collectors to the task of proving their client or them themselves still own the debt. Okay guys, now that you know this is going on, make sure you guys go ahead and complain. The only way this is ever going to stop the Canadian people being bullied by bank employees and bank collectors and bank lawyers is that they must hear from us. Because again, when a bully is bullying somebody and nobody's watching, this is what gives them the power. As soon as somebody says, hey, stop that bullying, the bullying stops. Make sure you send a complaint. It's in the description, the link. So if you'd like to become an investigative reporter with us, just check out this video up here. If you know anybody that is in really big debt problems, you let them know about this information. We have had so much success using these exact techniques that we're showing you, having the bank not being able to sue because they can't prove they own the debt. And that's what most people's fears are, is that the bank is now going to come and take their stuff.
The power's in the people.
So don't forget to like this video and share with your friends and subscribe.